On this week's episode of The Charge, one team above the rest in both Road to Radiant and Watchpoint Weekly Summer Series. In the Rocket League portion in Turbo Tuesday, a tiebreaker to determine who wins Segment 1, and of course, the top 5 plays of the week coming at you now.
And for our first recap of this episode of The Charge, we're going to start with our Watchpoint Weekly, where we actually had a repeat champion. Team Subs won Week 1 and Week 2, going 12-1 in all the maps they played, only dropping one map, and that was the team Uzumaki. Uzumaki did have a great performance against them, taking a map, but they did fall 0-2 to Team Subs. Now, this Team Subs roster does have two top 500 tanks on the roster, as well as Nat and Bun, who were able to take home the Week 1 and Week 2 MVP honors.
I mean, that's ridiculous talent for sure. The same thing applies, though, in the Road to Radiant Valorant portion of the Summer Series, where we saw Smurdy just absolutely pop off. For Iron Head Tappers, same thing. Like we saw in Watchpoint, it was that one dominant team, and for them, it's Smurdy, the captain of this team as well, popping off. Like I said, he is at the top of the charts for just about everything, man. Talk about kills, average kills per map, average assists per map as well. He was just on top of this game. 2.878 was his KDA ratio. Imagine, this kid was absolutely insane. Although Ball Babies was able to force an overtime there, it was a really fun one to watch too. 16-14 was the final of that one. They were still able to, pull it off against Ball Babies. And so Iron Head Tappers again at that 3-0. And I don't think there's any question that we'll see Smurdy there in the top 5.
Yep, no question. And now, of course, we have to recap our Turbo Tuesday weekly for Summer Series. And this Turbo Tuesday actually ended in a tie. So we had both GNS and the Doodle Bangers finish 6-0. And when you finish 6-0, you know there's gotta be a tiebreaker.
That's right, both teams battling for that Segment 1 win over the past few weeks. They went that 6-0. And rightfully so. In Week 1, they were on point. GNS and Doodle Bangers, I've named DDB here, were absolutely outstanding and for different ways, right? They set themselves up with the number 1 seed in Week 2, coming off their 3-0 wins in Week 1. But DDB it was all about offense. They were the only team in both weeks where the top 3 of their players were in the top 12, right, when it comes to goals per game. So that's pretty incredible on the offensive side. But GNS, their defense, outstanding. They're known to shut down those high-powered offenses, as we saw against Regiment as well when they played them. So outstanding work there. So when the two came together, you knew it was going to be a battle for the ages, and sure enough, that's exactly what we got.
So in this tiebreaker, it started out a very defensive series, not many goals being scored, and it is a best-of-5 series. That is until we got to Game 5. And of course, Game 5 did go to overtime. In that Game 5, Dank Meme Hub actually scored a hat trick. Not only did he score a hat trick in that game, he scored the Game 5 overtime winner to give GNS the title for Turbo Tuesday. Not only the title, but Dank Meme Hub secured himself the MVP as well.
And now it's that time. It's the top 5 plays of the week. This time it's Summer Series edition. At number 5, Spooky able to get across from that back wall, jumps across to get that save. That's a pre-flip. Look at the anticipation and a great play to clean that one up.
And with number 4, we have Dizer with the backflip pass up to TKO. TKO with the self-serve double touch and puts it in the net.
And at number 3, it's Smurdy over to Valorant. That flash drive can help out Waves to get somebody in line. Let's see his Jet on top box, knowing her ability to play vertically. Then as Waves gets picked off, a quick trade there on Omen as well. And then from a distance, looking for one more, the patience, the reload, and the jiggle peek in order to get that 4K.
And at number 2, we have Max Dog with the solo play. Pops it up, beats one, grabs the boost, beats the other opponent, and gets the double touch. The solo play to beat 3.
And finally, at number 1, Smurdy again. He loves this A site. Look at the 2K he gets by flashing on sight from Garden, and then gets Fade peeking from out of the smoke, and it worked the first time. Why not again? Through the smoke and the flash, and then Killjoy from wine, and it was almost deja vu. Well done by the MVP, Smurdy.
And that'll do it for our Summer Series recap, where we covered both Week 1 and Week 2 To get signed up for the Summer Series, make sure to head to the Stay Plugged In website, staypluggedin.gg, head to the Events tab, and click Sign Up on the game you play for Summer Series, and get signed up for the remaining weeks of the Summer Series.
And don't forget to give our account some love. Hit a like, comment, and make sure you follow the channel as well. We appreciate you watching this episode of The Charge.